Dear highly sensitive soul, hello and welcome to this episode of Letters to Your Soul. My name is Agakura. I'm a highly sensitive person and coach and NLP practitioner for highly sensitive female entrepreneurs and creatives. And in today's episode, I would love to invite you to come with me on a journey of letting go and letting grow. This episode is for you if you feel that you need healing when it comes to your relationship with your sensitivity, or if you simply wish to connect to your sensitivity, maybe on a deeper level than you have until now. But just before we start, I want you to make sure you're in a quiet place where you're able to connect with yourself without being disturbed or distracted. And yes, make sure you're hydrated as well. Now, if you can and feel comfortable to do so, go ahead and maybe even close your eyes. And once you've done so, tune into yourself, taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth at your very own pace. And only taking in as much air as you need. If you can, become aware of any tension in your body, be it in your jaw, neck, shoulders, lower back, belly, or lower body. And if there is none, then wonderful. But if there is, take 3 more breaths while sending love to those parts of your body, and maybe even noticing the tension release as you reassure yourself that all is good and you are safe. And if there's no tension, take those 3 breaths, sending some love to your heart. Now, I'd like to invite you to connect to your sensitivity, that beautiful trait of yours, that part of yours that has maybe not always gotten the love it needed and deserved. You see, we may all come from different walks of life. But what many of us highly sensitive people probably have in common is that our sensitivity may have been something that we didn't necessarily connect with often, let alone wear openly and proudly like the beautiful garment that it is. Instead, you may have learned to hide and suppress it, mainly due to being criticized for it again and again. And if this criticism started during your early childhood and then carried on into adulthood, it may have led to you seeing your sensitivity as an undesirable trait. And maybe you even joined others and became the first to always criticize or reject yourself for being highly sensitive. Now, without any judgment and without shaming and blaming yourself for not knowing any better then, I want you to tune in and check as to whether there may still be a voice or a part in you that does not embrace you for who you are as a highly sensitive person. How does this feel? And most of all, where are you feeling it in your body? Go ahead and send some love to that part of your body. If there is a voice to it, how does this voice sound and what is it telling you? It could be things like, "You're too sensitive. Why do you always have to be so sensitive? You know, this world is only for the tough ones, not for crybabies." Just take your time and listen to anything that may be coming up. Good. And if you ever feel that you need some more time to explore, just pause the audio and hit play when you've gotten your answer. Now, instead of trying to fight that voice, I want you to take the time to recognize that, as painful and even harmful that listening to this voice during all those years, or maybe even decades, may have been, all along, its intention was actually to protect you. You didn't know any better, and thus can let go of shaming yourself for not having known better at that time. Please allow me to share this beautiful quote from Maya Angelou that says, "Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it." Isn't that beautiful? So just embrace this moment by giving yourself the permission to forgive yourself for not knowing better. If there are a couple of sentences that came up as you were listening to that voice, I want you to pick the one that stood out most to you, maybe even caused the most pain and discomfort, and to connect with it, thinking of all the time it's been there talking to you, giving you a message about you that is far from any truth. And while you do so, check in with that part of you that is more than ready, yes, eager to finally let go of this. What is it saying to you? And what is its invitation to you? And can you give it permission to create a new belief with you, hand in hand, based on what you now know to be true? If yes, how could this new belief sound like? How could it look like? And how would it feel? Go ahead. Do some soul searching, because there is a belief that your heart would rather accommodate, and that your soul is more than eager to share with you. It's in you, waiting to be invited into manifesting and waiting to take root in your heart. And believe me, I'm already getting really excited for you. To just give you some help with this, think of all the times when your sensitivity has showed up as this beautiful guide in the form of your amazing intuition, or helped you build a connection to another human, understand a situation, or even live and enjoy a moment in nature, beauty, or music at such a deep level that wouldn't have been possible were you not the sensitive soul that you are. And again, if you need some more time to dig, feel free to hit pause. You see, it's been years of not allowing this voice in, so it's only normal and natural that these things should take their time and need exploring. And when you have a new belief, tune into it and check how it feels and where you feel it in your body. And also check and see how it looks like and how it sounds. What sensation do you have? Is it that of joy, peace, excitement over this new belief? Or even just a warm feeling somewhere in your body? Whatever it is, I'm guessing it feels different than the belief you traded it for. Look at it and imagine it to be a small seed that you've just planted. And see if you're committed to caring for this seed, to water it so that it may start taking root and grow. How and how often, in what form do you want to commit to doing this? One idea could be maybe to write it down in your journal or where you regularly see it, and to say it out loud so that your ears hear it and so that it may take root in your heart. Think about what would be a good way to care for this seed and help it grow into a sprout and beautiful plant. And as we come to the end of this episode of Letters to Your Soul on letting go and letting grow, I would like to leave you with this thought. Your high sensitivity is and has always been a beautiful trait and nothing to be ashamed of. And do you know what? Let me tell you a secret, but don't tell anyone. Your high sensitivity is not going anywhere. So here's my question to you. Wouldn't your time be better spent embracing it, growing into it, and starting to live and create from it rather than fighting it? You see, fighting a part of you is fighting yourself, and thus embracing a part of you is embracing yourself. Thank you so much for taking this time to listen, and do listen to this as many times as you need. Much love, and be blessed.